and welcome to my channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to see today's video. And if you're new, welcome. I am Bethany Shanae, and my channel is dedicated to documenting my journey to get healthy mentally and physically, as well as lose well over 100 pounds, realistically more like 150 pounds, through diet and exercise naturally. I do cooking videos, grocery hauls, and I do update videos and occasionally vlogs. So if you enjoy this video or anything else on my channel, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would love to have you, and I'd love to talk with you guys below and hear your stories or any tips or tricks you've got for me. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. This is never medical advice. I'm simply sharing my experience on my journey and any tips or tricks I find along the way. So yeah, let's get into this week's update video. Today is the update video for the second week of resetting using keto. I previously, if you're new to my channel, I previously a couple months ago switched from prioritizing physical health to prioritizing my mental health. I've tried prioritizing my physical health first for many years, and even if I lose the weight, I can't keep it off. So I've decided to prioritize my mental health and start working on the root of it. A lot of obesity, I believe, is rooted in the mind. The physicality of it is obviously a very tangible physical thing, but I think what causes obesity is majority in the mind, if not all in the mind. So I changed my habits. I included Bible study every morning and night. I read a chapter of the Bible first thing in the morning and 1 to 2 chapters right before bed. I also pray in the morning and I pray at night. I am more mindful of gratitude. I am more mindful of my mind. I try to not have negative thoughts. I pay attention to patterns. If I notice I'm starting to tailspin or spiral about something, I'll stop. I will say, no, I'm not having those thoughts. I'll think of something different. And then later on, I'll try to evaluate what might have triggered me mentally into having those thoughts, and see if I can address it, have some accountability with myself. I'm also getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. I know not everybody is afforded that luxury, but I have removed some things from my schedule to ensure that. I no longer continue my phone conversations when I get home. I delete social media apps off my phone. I'm even debating on removing my social media account. I also, I set a goal of drinking at least 80 ounces of water a day, at least 8,000 steps a day, and what else don't I do? I want to cut back my alcohol consumption. So all of these things greatly improve my mental health. I rarely have depressive episodes. I notice I really only have depressive episodes if I'm having a really bad hormonal day, which is much less nowadays anyway, after working on my mental health. And then I also might have I'll have depressive days after I drink. Diamond, go lay down. Go lay down. So, sorry, if you see me looking off to the side, I'm watching my dad's pit bull, and I have a kitten, and they want to play so bad, but my kitten likes to play catch me. So she keeps bumping the table, and I need them to chill for a minute. But, yeah. So, anyway, mental health, doing great. I'm super happy. I've been in such a peaceful place, and I'm not a bragger. I am someone that if I'm telling you something good that I'm experiencing, it's because I'm really hoping it's contagious. Because I'm the type of person that when you tell me something good that's going on in your life, I don't get jealous about it. I'm happy for you, and it almost gives me the satisfaction as if I'm experiencing it because you're experiencing it. So I think my brain just automatically operates as if other people receive things the way I do. So I've had to try to be a little more mindful of, not being so loud about how peaceful and happy my life is. Because, I mentioned it to a coworker, and they got so aggravated with me. To each his own. But yeah, so I want to share with you guys, because I hope it's contagious for you guys, and that you get something out of my new practices with my mental health to obtain this peace and happiness with yourself and in your life if you don't already have it. But yeah, I'm in such a good space mentally. I have been trying to get back on track, and not just trying, I have been succeeding at getting back on track. I decided to go back to keto. The goal is to eventually do at least a 90-day carnivore challenge, just to completely reset my body and then slowly introduce things and see what causes inflammation within me. But in my first week, I lost hold on, I'll pop the weights up over here. On July 14th, which is when I started my reset, I weighed 310.4 pounds. Last Sunday, I weighed out at 304.2. That's 6.2 pounds that I lost. And then on this past Sunday, I weighed out and I was 299.6. So that was a weekly loss of 4.6 pounds, I think. Yes, which put me at a total of 10.8 pounds. So in 2 weeks, I've lost 10.8 pounds. That's essentially 11 pounds, honey. And we won't even touch where my weight is at today. But anyway, what I did in this past week, if you're interested in what I did in the first week, go back and check that video out. But in this past week, on week 2, I stuck to my keto even better than I did the first week. I also walked 30 minutes Tuesday through Friday, at the gym, and no incline, only 2.5 to 2.7 speed. Broke a sweat, had a good time, stayed consistent. I also did intermittent fasting on a couple of days, or actually most days. I didn't eat late. I think the latest I ate was 5:30 maybe, and the earliest I ate was 8:30, I think. So it's not a full, intermittent fast window, but it's bigger. I mean, it's a fast of some sort. I also was doing a calorie deficit last week, and it was not intentional. My carb manager is set to 1,700 calories, 160 grams of protein, 100 grams of fat, and 40 net carbs. Again, I'm doing keto, and I set it at 40 because I don't want to add that stress of, oh man, I went over a macro. Almost none of the days did I ever actually hit 40 net carbs. And I think my calories range, one day I think I did hit 1822 calories. That was at the beginning of the week. And I had carbs over that weekend. And then on the lowest day, I was at like 960 calories. I had to force myself to eat dinner because I'm not trying to do that low of a calorie deficit. I'm really not trying to do a calorie deficit diet. I just want to do keto. But when you're in ketosis, your body feeds on the fat stores on yourself. So you're going to find that you're not nearly as hungry. In fact, I checked my ketones one morning. My finger's actually still sore. I checked my ketones and I was reading at a 0.8. So, and my fasting glucose was at 100 that morning. So, yeah, I'm definitely in ketosis. I feel great. I've had really bad ADHD this past week. I'm not sure why. I have been watching more TV in my downtime, like over the weekend. So I'm wondering if that's what it is, because I haven't done social media. Let's talk goals. I think I already told you before, but I'll reiterate it for anyone who's new. My goal on July 14th was to lose 40 pounds by New Year's Eve or Christmas. Now that I've lost 11 in 2 weeks, I figured it's about to be August 1st at the end of this week. I'm in the 290s. I would like to be in the 260s. I'd like to be 260 if I can by Christmas or New Year's Eve, and that would put me at a 50-pound weight loss since July 14th. My longer term goal is to lose 100 pounds, to be either 200 pounds or ideally in the 190s by my next birthday, which is next July. I'm not selling meal preps for the month of August at work. I want my Saturdays back. I want to take that time to record meal prep videos, grocery hauls, and I need to redo my budget. I need to just start editing videos, get back in the swing of this, do a little bit more things that benefit me individually, before I can put helping others back on my plate in that way. But yeah, I am excited, y'all. So I might start meal prepping for my coworkers again in September, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted, obviously. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, I am super excited. I'm glad I got this video done. I'm actually about to change and go to the gym. Today is Tuesday. I need to go walk, do my 30 minutes, and yeah, I have my dad's dog. I walk her first thing in the morning. I walk her on my lunch break, first thing when I get home, and then I'll walk her before bed after the gym. So that's 4 walks a day. It's not far. I'm not like taking her for a long walk. It's hot pavement. She's old. But I take her out to go to the bathroom, just until my parents get back. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming back to see today's video. And if you're new, welcome again. I'm Bethany Shanae. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I'd love to have you. Be sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime I post a new video. You won't want to miss my meal preps, my grocery hauls, and vlogs, updates. Stay tuned because it looks like we're finally on the right track. So if you guys want to share your story or any tips or tricks that you have down below, I would love to talk with you guys and hear them and see what we can vibe on. Yeah, so thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.